What's going on, everyone? How we doing? It's another week, another chance to make some money in these markets. Let's go. How we all doing today? October 23rd? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I don't know what's gonna happen this week. We had a crazy week last week, but are we gonna keep up? Are we gonna keep up this momentum? I think we will. We'll just have to play it out. I mean, the overnight, we had two clear legs down. We're basically at the middle of the overall price action. Yep, we essentially tested that midline about 1 hour ago. But we've been going pretty sideways for about the last hour. So I'm gonna just draw my little trusty little trading range. There we go. Let's go, Axe Pain, Mr. Rev. Thank you. Money time. Money time it is. Money time it is, DJ Lavish, Mr. Baby Squid, or Mrs. Baby Squid. Let's go. So yeah, we got one eval passed. We're on one PA. We have about $250 to go in the second eval account. So hopefully we can pass that one today. Might get a little short opportunity here. Might get a little short below the EMA, lower high. That was a bearish bar. I was going to go short right there. Am I going to trade eval and PA together? Yeah. Yeah. Eval and PA together. I mean, hopefully we can pass the second eval pretty quickly. We have $250 to go. So we'll see. I mean, if we want to pass it today, we essentially have to go 3-0 today. 3-0 to go $300 up. And then we can have two PAs for tomorrow. But not forcing anything. Who knows? Maybe we might not take any trades today. We'll just have to go with the flow of the market. If a setup appears, I'm going to take it. If not, no worries. So last week closed at, let's call it 42.45. So we jumped up, came back lower. No real gap to be filled because we already, throughout the weekend, we already basically played with those little prices. But all right, let's see what we're having here. We're having some sideways movement, but it looks like we're headed lower. I'm gonna get my order prepared here. I don't want to go short into the low of this move, but was considering it. Okay, but I'm definitely just looking at this movement as a range since, I mean, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. It's basically been sideways. We had this leg down, we have a break, we're getting a new low. And we also had this little short-term uptrend. It seems like we had an overshoot of that. So if you draw these very precisely, you can see we had this consistent move up. We had a break out the top, overshoot of the channel, played off these highs, started going lower. Once again, we draw that concise little downtrend, had a break, we're getting that new low. We're expecting to potentially bounce out this area, but nothing's guaranteed because, I mean, overall, we're definitely trending down. So we'll just have to see. Do we bounce here? Do we not? We might. That's the answer. We might. Let's take a look at the daily chart, though. So on the daily, I mean, we're just making new lows. So we got, I don't know, we got an interesting day ahead of us because the lows from October 4th, October 6th, they were already taken out. I mean, this little short-term move down does look pretty strong at the moment. So, yeah, let's see if we work to the lows of the day. Let's see if we work to 42.15. Maybe under 4,200, who knows? Let's go. But basically, the reason I was considering a couple of shorts over here, just once again, I mean, we have this downtrend in the overnight, have a break of it. We're expecting a potential new low, but also, even if we're just looking at this as a range, we went from the highs of the range, we're expecting to go to the lows of the range. When we got a lower high, and then another lower high, I was considering going short, but just didn't get a great signal bar. So we wait for the next one. We're only 7 minutes into the market being open, so no rush. But I don't think it's wise to go long to start buying just yet. So let's see if we get a higher low here, and then if we get a trap of that higher low, that's what I want to look for. I want to look to go trap people who are trying to go long right here. And are we gonna have that right now? Are we really gonna have it right now off this trend channel? Two-legged pullback. I'm gonna get my order prepared. That's how we do it. I mean, that's basically exactly what we're looking for. I mean, we're a little far away from the EMA, but we're essentially bouncing off the trend channel, bouncing off the previous lows. I like this setup. Okay, we're in the trade. We just got to break below these. Okay, there we go. Nice 1-point scalp. Nice 1-point scalp, in and out. Those are the trades that make you feel warm inside. I mean, they happen, and they're very quick with it. That's what you want to see if you're a scalper. You don't want to be in a trade for too long. I mean, how long were we in that? Couple seconds? I'm getting a lower high right here. Okay, we went short at the lower high. Hopefully we can scalp out of this one too. We got room to the lows. We're working. Bouncing off the top side of the trend channel again. Can we go lower? Can we go lower? I think we will. We got a little bit of a better entry with our limit order. So it'll basically be a 1.75 point scalp. Okay, a couple more ticks, man. We gotta just break below this low, and then a lot of longs will be trapped right here. Couple more ticks. All right. Nice. There we go. Let's go. I think we might have just passed the eval. Yeah, all right. Nice. So, honestly, it was a benefit that market order didn't get filled. Got a limit order. Was able to go for a little bit more of the scalp. So now we see here the bottom account. 5,300 account balance. $9. $9 more than we needed. So, hey, we passed that. Tomorrow we'll have 2 PAs. Let's go. Kaboom. Kaboom, Snake Eye. Yes, sir, Rev. Let's go. But honestly, I mean, this might be a place where you might consider a swing trade, just only having your buy order at these lows. But I mean, it's a scalper. We're only going for the 1 point scalps right now. It's been going well, so let's keep it up. 63 and 18 now. Also, does anybody have... I'm curious, let me know in the chat. Does anyone have TradeZella? I signed up for a TradeZella account a couple days ago. So, I'm probably going to make a video going over just the whole lifespan of the eval accounts. Man, if I had a runner going, that would have been nice. If I had a runner going, we would still be in this trade. You use TradingView? Okay. I kind of like TradeZella. I mean, it costs a pretty little penny. But I just like the visual of it. The visual aspect where you can kind of see your green days, see like just visually how well you're doing and what you could change or what you need to change. But there's a lot of stuff in there I haven't even looked at. Like you can put your own rules. See how different strategies work. Which is good. But I've never used a journaling service, so could be good. I mean, all I've done is Excel myself. So it is a little more tedious that way, for sure. But I'm gonna come out with a video. Keep an eye out. Probably later today. But all right, starting off these PA accounts 2-0. Man, if I had a runner going when we sold here, I would have trailed it right here. 17.25. Okay, we would have got stopped out at 17.25 because I would have trailed it at this swing high. So 17.25. It would have been about 3.5 point runner. Nothing crazy, but something nonetheless. Going bearish, but we can make money whether up or down. Kaboom, baby. I like that. Kaboom. I'm gonna start saying that. Kaboom. But we did take out the overnight lows. Even though we did, I'm still playing this short-term downtrend. I mean, look how precise this is. Bouncing off the highs, lows, highs, low of the trend channel, highs of the trend channel, back down to the lows. It's the first really convincing break. And in trends, once we have the break, we don't expect prices to just reverse and start working higher immediately. We want to see a test at the new low. So I'm still thinking bearish, but I'm also thinking, man, maybe we got a little short-term uptrend we got to respect. But it was honestly perfect that we got in with a limit order on that second trade, because we barely got enough. We barely got enough to get over that 53K mark on the eval. Okay, so interesting spot here. We're getting a failed second entry short. First attempt to go lower, second attempt to go lower. If we go higher, essentially it'll be a trap of a second entry short. But doji bar, not interested. We might just start working lower here. Might just be a double trap. Might just be a double trap. Let's see. Not quite. Not quite. So the fact that we are having a couple touches on the bottom side of this trend channel just gives me reason to think it is valid. So now, before I take any short setups, I want to see a break and a new extreme of this short-term uptrend. No matter if it's counter trend with the trend, if you see something that looks like a trend, it probably is a trend. And you got to respect the trend. You don't want to bend the trend. You got to respect the trend. Don't bend it. That's actually a good mantra. Don't bend the trend. What does that mean? If you have this short-term correction and you see an overshoot at the top, don't bend the trend. Don't expand the trend. Don't bend the trend to make it fit what you see. Make it fit what makes the most sense and has the most touches. So I'm not going to bend the trend to this. I'm looking at this little move as an overshoot. And, I mean, looks like we are having a nice little overshoot. But I'm not going to bend the trend. I'm going to start saying that too. Kaboom. Yo, yo, yo. Moon, moon. Yo, yo. Galin. Okay, so what is happening right now? What is happening, mates? Do we have a possible wider downtrend? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not gonna have it drawn yet. But man, let's see what happens when we get to these highs. See what happens if we get to 42.35. Hey, you guys see Baby Squid? Read Baby Squid's chat. He's saying only 8 likes. You gotta like it up. I'm not saying it. Baby Squid is saying it. So if you guys wanna do me a solid, like it up. Like it up. We got 24 people in here, only 8 likes. I want to see 24 likes. Doesn't take anything. It takes 1 second. 1 second to hit that button. Man, we got 9 likes. One more of you guys liked it up. Good morning, Bill. I know, I was waiting for your good morning first thing when I sat up here. Where were you at, man? I was kind of worried. But good to see you. Welcome in. We already got 2 trades in. We passed the second eval account. So this PA is off to a good start. And tomorrow we'll have both PAs. Okay, but interesting price action right now. It's possible that what we actually have is an even wider term range. I'm not gonna have it up there yet, but something to potentially look out for. All right, what are we doing now? How to test out the EMA. I mean, look at this. Look at this movement. Similar to what we were seeing last week. Like, we just, at some points, have some very, very strong, convincing moves, and they come out of nowhere. Shiva Sainadoni. How you doing? How you doing, Shiva? All right, now it's possible that because we keep pushing higher, we're testing the EMA, making higher highs, making higher lows. Now is when I might want to keep this little expanded trend, but I'm not bending the trend. I guess I am, but I'm bending it to where I personally see the most touches. So honestly, I mean, the fact that we're having this type of volume, this type of quick movement, I wouldn't doubt it if we just traded all the way back up to the highs. Let's call it 42.60. We might just do that. You're doing great. Great to hear it. Amazing to hear it. Okay, we do have a news announcement in about 6 minutes. Nothing too high impact, but let's see if at 10 Eastern if we have some more quick volatility. So let's see. Also see if you went short right here, just betting that we're in a range and that we're bound to go lower. Let's see if we test this high and then trap some short sellers. I think we might. Unless we make a nice, beautiful lower high here. So basically, there's 2 ways you can look at this uptrend. You could see it as this little short-term uptrend, break new high, but I mean, yeah, see what we just did there? Boom, look at that trap. A lot of short sellers got trapped here. A lot of short sellers might keep getting trapped because what I think is really the valid trend is something like this. Like I'm not looking at the range and thinking range rules are gonna take precedence. I think I'm respecting this uptrend. That looks like the most valid type of movement we're having right now. We're going up, and until we convincingly start working lower, I'm not gonna change that thinking. But I mean, I just didn't see a great opportunity yet to actually have a little piece of this uptrend. I mean, this was the first pullback we had, and we just went straight down, straight back up. I mean, if we had a little bit more of a test, like a second test at the EMA, that's what I would have wanted to. That's where I would have wanted to go long. But at this point, I mean, we're just creeping up. We're creeping up, creeping up. That's a sign of a strong trend. And look at this. Look at this movement. Look at this movement. What did we say about getting trapped here? All the people were seeing this high. We bounced there 3 times. This would have been the 4th bounce. Nice bearish bar. But all the traders who were going short here thinking, okay, we're at a resistance area. Let's go short. We're ignoring the actual context, which was we're just going higher. Even though there's a resistance area, you might have a little resistance, but all the smart traders are seeing what's more present in that particular moment is the uptrend. So more people, more traders, more algorithms are gonna be buying rather than selling. So I'm definitely having 4260 as a target. It's a target for the day, for this little upswing. And we're still in this uptrend. So we get another test at the EMA, I'm gonna go long. So you get it. Look, we're having it again. We're having a nice bearish bar, lower high. A lot of traders are going to go short here into that 21-day EMA. And if we reverse, if we have a nice bullish bar, that's what I really want to see to go short. But we haven't quite touched the EMA. So these trades where we kind of hover above the EMA are, from my experience, is a little risky. But I'm going to take it. All right, and there we go. There we go. Solid. Bounce at the EMA. 2 attempts to go lower. Nice bearish bar actually gave me more confidence to go long, that more traders were going to get trapped. 3-0 for the day. So solid work today. I mean, let's see how much higher we go. Once again, this was the first slight break of this uptrend. Beautiful bar. I mean, closed on its high. That's what you want to see. When you see those setups, you got to just capitalize on them. So 3-0. No reason to force any more trades, but you guys know me. I'll push it sometimes to 5-0, 6-0, 10-0 if I need to. But we've been on a nice streak lately. The last few days we've been at that, probably, I want to say like 90% win rate. maybe even higher. I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a look. You know what? I'm gonna take a look with you guys. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up the Moo Trades channel. Let's take a look at the live. So Friday, I know Friday we were solid. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, man. I guess Friday we had one loss. All right, you know what? I'm gonna make this video later. We gotta focus on the charts right now. We're getting a higher low here, maybe. But this setup is different from the previous one because we did have a slight break. We did have a new high. So it might mean that the uptrend is maybe over. Okay, we're up 400 in the PA day one. That's solid. That's solid work. Very solid work. And also what's good about scalping with these prop firms and Apex especially is that my trailing threshold isn't gonna go higher than my profit target, if that makes sense. Like if I had a runner, say I had a runner like in this scenario or even back here, my account, because it's a live trailing threshold, my account would have been up to the point where we went short here, but I would have only got out here. So that, how many points? From 1725 to 1325. That 4 points, that essentially would have been like a losing trade of 4 points. So my account would have been up $200, and then we would have lost 200 by not taking advantage of that whole move. So let's say like my account was 50,000, then down here was 50,400, and then it went back to 50,200. That trailing threshold, instead of being $2,500, it would have been 2,300. So you would have just started eating away at that. My bad. My bad. Had a little sneeze. Okay, but now, because it looks like we're losing a little bit of steam, going a little sideways, I don't want to force a trade here. I don't want to force a long. We have a second entry long here. We're getting a setup right here. But because it looks more sideways than a real pullback, I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant to take that. And we also got this little short-term move down. But man, I don't even know if I need to take any more trades today. But for the content, maybe we gotta stay here for a little bit. But that's why, if you're up X amount in a day and you have a certain target and you've traded for what, 30 minutes, a lot of the time it's best just to say, you know what? I'm gonna take my money and run. I'll be back tomorrow. Like we did that a couple times last week. We traded for like 15, 20 minutes and we're like, okay, you know what? Peace out. I'm done. No need to force any trades. And I've never been the trader to do that. And I can't tell you how many times I wish I had done that after I've been up a lot during first hour, first hour and a half of the market, and I was like, you know what? I used to have this type of thinking. I used to think, why would I leave the desk when I can make more money if I'm really a profitable trader and I trade 7 hours in the day as opposed to 2 hours? Theoretically, you should be making at least, let's call it 3 times the amount of money. But in reality, all the best setups do happen early in the day. And also, just psychologically, it's very, very tough not to get fatigued after sitting at your desk. After sitting at your desk for that long. So now, especially in this challenge, now that we got PA accounts going, I don't want to push my luck because it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's such a good feeling to just leave after trading for a very, very short period of time, knowing that, man, that was solid trading. Let's go back tomorrow. Let's not ruin this little high we got. Let's keep it going for tomorrow, though. Yeah, 100% baby squid. It's easy, especially if you're using prop firms and you have a certain target, like, okay, I want to pass these accounts in 3 days. If you give yourself that excuse to just take as many trades as possible in a certain day, you're just bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You don't want to give yourself a time frame and then you realize as you're trading that the time frame isn't realistic, then it just leads to a bad cycle. As Baby Squid is saying, trading is a marathon, not a sprint. But it's really not even a marathon. It's like the most intense ultra marathon of all time, where you're not, because a marathon is 26.2 miles. Ultra marathon or Ironman, let's call it 100 miles. This ain't no 100-mile race. This is, if you're in it for the long term, this is gonna be decades long race, multiple decades long race. Ultra marathons, they last a couple days. So this ain't no joke, man. This is a professional career. Look at LeBron James. He doesn't go from zero to hero over the course of one game. He had to prove over 20 years. Look at Stephen Curry. Who thought Stephen Curry was going to be this good when he first came into the league? Now look at him. After many, many years of proving yourself. So same thing in trading. You got to be at this for years to really be one of the best traders out there, because you're competing every single day against the best traders out there. So the only way to be the best is to train like the best every single day for a long period of time. You might have one good month, you might have one good year. Until you have multiple profitable years, I think that's when you really make that step and you can make trading a full-time career. That's my little speech for today. The longest I ever ran. I'm a long distance runner, but the longest race that I run, so I do cross country and track. In cross country, the races are 10,000 meters, 6.2 miles. So to train for cross country, you're doing like 70, 80 miles a week. So at my peak fitness, I'll run 70, 80 miles a week. So what that includes is one long run every week, every Sunday, which can range from like 14 to 18 miles. So the longest I ever ran in a day was like 19 miles. If I really wanted to, I could go for a long time, but I'm personally not a marathon runner, so I don't push my body to that extent just because that's not my event. That's not my event. I like a little shorter distance. And then in track, I only do the 1,500 meters, which is less than a mile, and then also the steeplechase. I don't know if you guys have seen the steeplechase. It's like the long distance hurdles. on the track with the water pit, 5 barriers every lap, and that's 3,000 meters. Momo, you are a clay lookalike. I get that all the time. I've been playing a lot of basketball recently too, so at the gym I go to, they all just call me Clay now. Because I splash the shots. But I play more like Draymond Green or Gary Payton. Like I'm getting every rebound. I'm freaking scrappy on defense. I'm just outworking people out there. Okay. Back to the charts. Let's draw a range for the day. Let's see where the midline is. See where this midline is. Essentially, that's where we're at. And we're at the middle of the day. You can even see it visually. We're at the midline. We're at the middle of the overall price action, so usually this is a spot, if we're in a range day, where you see a nice move up, you have a little hesitation, you have a little sideways movement, and then eventually you start working higher again. So we might be having that. But really, it looks like another range within the overall range of the day. It looks like this. So now is when I might consider a short setup, because this uptrend, we had a break, we had a couple legs up to the new high. It looks like we're in a short-term range here. The only thing that really you got to keep in mind if you're going to go short here is that you got to notice, look at this EMA. We can't break through it. We've tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times really. Haven't had that momentum to work higher. So for those reasons, I'm out. Well, honestly, we might just go lower here, on a potential lower high coming up. But it's also possible where we got a little trend going like this. We just had this steep trend that we knew wasn't going to be sustainable forever. When you see such a strong move like this, it's not sustainable. The most sustainable trends are this right here. 45-degree angle, slowly working up, testing that EMA, and yeah, that's more like it. So notice how many bounces we have at the bottom side of the channel. No reason to go short because the EMA has been holding up. So now we wait. Spike and channel. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. But we had the spike. Now we're in a channel. I mean, it happens a lot where you have a very, very convincing move in one way, but it's not too sustainable. Like this trend, similar to this one, like it's not gonna last forever. But a trend like this can last for a very, very long time. Look, we're testing that EMA again. What are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do now? All right, and we're having that little break. We're having that little break. Time to take a little shake. We're gonna go bake. Okay. So honestly, I don't know how long it's gonna be till we get another setup, if we get another setup, because once you have a break of a trend like this, channel like this, sometimes it does take a while to resume the trend. But there's a tempting lower high here. So I'm debating going short. But actually, you know what? Nah. I can't break my rules. I can't break my rules. We have short-term uptrend. Till we get a test at the new high, I'm not gonna think to go short. But I am gonna use my trusty high-tech trend channel to at least visually remind myself that we had this little short-term move down. We haven't tested that new low. So a trade in either direction right now is a bit risky. All right, we're making new highs. We're making new highs. We don't want to go lower yet. But we do have to keep in mind that we did have the break of the channel. So we had the break right here, getting a new high. So now it might be time to think that if we work below the EMA, we might start working back down to the lows. And overall, once again, 4260. 4260 is a target on the upside. We've got about 13 points to go. 13 points to get there. Let's see if we do it. All right, so I was gonna say we're getting a lower high, so it is tempting to potentially go short, But doji bar, that's a pass from me, dog. Well, now we're getting that double top. Now we're getting a potential lower high here. So in the short term, if we work lower, definitely seeking 42.39, 42.38. These swing lows here, we'll have the trend channels drawn as a target. Because once again, I think the uptrend has lost enough steam to where it's okay to start thinking that we can trade in the other direction. And why is that? We had this move up, we had the break, we had the new high of the extreme. So just psychologically, the rules of price action are saying that it could be time to reverse, because we already took out the highs. We already took out the highs after the break of the structure. So we're going into the EMA right now. Let's see if it holds, or if we indeed, as I'm saying, work down to this area. I think we're headed down. So if you took this lower high right here, would have worked out for a 1-point scalp. You would have went short one tick below the signal bar, 45.75. Would have got out 44.75, one tick to spare. So if we get another lower high below the EMA, that's the setup I want to look for. I want to see us break below the EMA convincingly, come back, try to go higher, similar to what we're having here, and then reverse down. But I don't know if we'll have it. That's just what I want to see. I'm honestly going to get my sell order prepared. Look at my sell order prepared, man. So now we've taken out this high again. So in my opinion, I might have just been proven wrong. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see if this uptrend is still valid. Let's see what we can do. But I'm just wary to go long because we had this break. We had these two short-term corrections. We haven't tested the lows. And it looks like we're losing some steam on the uptrend. Or are we? I don't know if we really are. How we all doing in the chat though? I see you guys. I see you in there. These new viewers. Welcome in. Welcome into Moo Trades. Best live streamer in the world. I said it. Nah, but how we all doing? We're trading in ES futures. This is a 2000 tick chart. We're using Ninja Trader. We got 2 Apex accounts going. We passed 1 evaluation account at the end of the week last week. We just passed the second one today. So now we got 1 paid performance account going. Tomorrow we'll have both set up and good to go. And we did it all on stream. So now we got to keep the momentum going. Now it's where it counts. Paid the $150 for the lifetime fee on the PA account yesterday. So now we got to make it worthwhile. We got to take a payout at the end of the month. Let's do it. But we also have a measured move here. We got 1 leg up. Almost a measured move, but visually 1 leg up, 2 legs up, to a new extreme, to the new high. And it's also, notice how we had the overshoot here, or the break of the channel here. We're having basically the same thing here. overshoot after the break. And we keep making higher highs. We got about 9 points to that target we've been talking about, 42.60, 42.61, 42.62. The highs of the overnight session. But once again, I'm not 100% convinced we're gonna go straight up there until we have a another test at the midline. That's what I want to see. I want to see a nice pullback. When you see two legs up like this, some sideways movement at the top of the trend after overshoot usually means we might be headed lower, at least in the short term. Long term, still seeking the highs of the day, seeking 42.60 highs of the overnight session. But if we get a nice lower high here below the EMA, if we finally break through the EMA, get that momentum to go lower, I'ma hop in. You know what? Let me get my sell order prepared. But until we do have that break of the EMA, I'm not gonna go counter trend. No thank you. No thank you. But if we convincingly work below the EMA, get a nice attempt by the bulls to work higher, then that gets rejected. Lower high, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Just like I want to see these likes go up on the video, baby. Let's go. So it's exactly what I wanted to see. It resembles a lower high, but I'm not going to take it because we didn't quite break above this bullish signal bar. But this is exactly what I want to see. I want to see push below the EMA, attempt to work higher again, and then a nice rejection bar like we have right now. But it's not technically a lower high because we never broke above any bar. So, I mean, like here, it's considered a lower high because we broke above the previous bar. Like this doji bar broke above the previous one to it. So we still might get that lower high. We just have to break above right now, right here. Let's see. Okay, can we start going lower? Can we do it? Can we do it? I think we might. I think we might. I'm gonna go short. I'm gonna go short. Okay, we're in the trade. We need one more tick. One more tick. All right, in and out. Bang. So we got the setup we called out. We got the convincing push below the EMA. Test by the bulls to go higher once again. Rejected at the EMA. Bearish looking signal bar. Now 4-0 for the day. And probably best not to push the luck. But we love pushing the luck, baby. But solid first day on this PA journey. But how we all doing? How we all doing in the chat? Good morning from Alberta. There's snow on the ground in Alberta. F Zen. Zen in. Alright, but let's see. Let's see if we come back down to right here, 4239.5. I don't know if we will, because we had this short-term downtrend, we had a break, now we got the new low. So definitely some conflicting patterns. We got the uptrend, we got the downtrend. Downtrend had the break, new low. Uptrend also had the break, overshoot. Getting the break again. So it's a little bit confusing what is gonna happen right now. So we just wait. We wait. If you guys are new to the chat, if you guys are a brand new viewer, first time watching, let me know in the chat what's good. Let me know in the chat. Who's here? Who's here? We got FZen. We got Shiva. We got Baby Squid. We got Kalin. We got Snake Eye. We got Bill. Who else is in here? Who else is in here? Let me know. Let me know where you are. Where you're from. Mr. Axe Payne. Oh, Antonio. What's good? Antonio Raimundo. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, we had to bring the live streaming back. That's what the people want, I guess. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think, at least now, in the short term, over the last month or so, I might be a better trader trading live with the pressure versus not. Because you got to keep in mind, I've been an athlete my whole life, always in competition mode, always with pressure to perform, with like people watching, with people depending on me, like teammates, coaches, whoever. And I don't know, it's kind of a similar thing in live streaming. In live streaming, like same type of situation. You gotta perform to that pressure. And look what we said right here. We had this short-term move. That was my target to the downside, and look, we're breaking through it. Are we gonna have another target right here? 42.38. So that's another thing. If you guys are using like Pat's trading, if you guys are studying him, I mean, I don't know. I've learned this just from trial and error, seeing the markets, where if you see a short-term correction like this, a lot of the times, even in an uptrend, you do come back and test that area. So that's why, even though we were making higher highs, making higher lows, I was still saying, you know what? There's something telling me that we're going to take out these lows, take out these stops. I don't have any book map, anything else telling me that there's liquidity here, but I don't know, something about these concise trends that are high-tech enough to where it actually does work out. So obviously I wish we were able to catch this whole move. I mean, where did we go short? 45.50 down to 38. Would have been a nice little move, but it's all right. Mr. Russell running circles around that stupid panda. Mr. Panda Trades? What's his name? I've seen that guy like years ago. Maybe like 2 years ago I saw him. What's the channel? It's not Panda Trades, it's is it? I don't know. No, it's buy money. Buy money. Is that who you're talking about? The chart is a 2000 tick chart. 2000 tick chart. So it's not based on any certain time frame, only based on every 2000 transactions is when another bar will get printed. Buy money? Man, why would that be your name though? Buy money. You want to say hello to the money, baby? So, I mean, let's see where we end up going on this live streaming journey. Obviously, a few months ago, we had 20 PA accounts going. But in those few months, I did gain a lot of confidence, confidence in this scalping method. And eventually, the goal is to work our way back up to those 20 accounts. But I'm going to go slow. I'm going to go slow and steady. Before, I had the wrong mindset. As we've been saying, I was honestly a different person. I was just like trying to grasp at the money. I could see the money. I was greedy. And I was trying to make money too fast. And what ended up happening? I had 20 accounts. I think we could have gotten a payout of like 30 grand. It was all live. I don't know which exact live stream it was. If you look at my videos, my live ones, it was one of the last ones before I took a break from live streaming. But we were up like 3,000 in 10 accounts. And let's just say you don't want to know what happened to all that money. Every time you've watched him, he's taken stupid trades or lost money. I mean, I believe it. Well, I'm glad we've been doing good on this journey so far. Because I mean, it is a profitable method. You guys have seen it. I mean, it's been 21 trading days now. Pretty big sample size. Almost, I mean, how many trades? 65 plus 18, 83 trades in total. 78% win rate. And that's after the first couple days where we were just not doing well. So that's a solid trading method. And where did we go? Once again, the Moo predictor came true. We were calling out 42.38. We were calling out 42.39. Where are we bouncing? Right after we took out 42.38. Bang. Now, we might start working hard to the highs of the day. But, honestly, that's an hour of trading. We're 4-0. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're up $500 in this PA. Day 1. I'm not going to push it anymore. I'm going to call it a day right there. Appreciate you all watching. We'll be back tomorrow. If you guys are new watching, welcome in. Hope to see you tomorrow. Right when market opens. Peace out. Video later today on TradeZella. Going over some more detail on these accounts. So peace out.